is a coach that's a lot of fun. And she's also very smart. You're going to learn a lot from her presentation. In her words, she is a city girl that married a cowboy, and now she resides in the land of the world's best potatoes, Rexburg, Idaho. There she lives with her husband, JD, her daughter, Johnny, and her sons, Knox and Brig. She is a superstar diamond, a Million Club member, and an executive leader in the Leadership Ladder program. One of her favorite personal development books is The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell, and she will be speaking to us now on developing a leadership mindset. Please welcome to the stage, Micah Folsom.
Hey you guys, oh my gosh, I will just start off, this is like the greatest mama bear moment. I don't know if y'all know, but Ashley, I'm her great-grandma coach. And so seeing her up here, oh man, it's like all the feels. Like that wasn't, like I just need to go sit down and take more notes from what she was saying. But I'm super, super excited to talk to you guys today. So like he said, I get to discuss developing a leadership mindset. And this is something, two things that I'm super passionate about, leadership and mindset. And obviously leadership mindset will be the thing that can take your business to the next level. Okay? So I want you guys to get real with yourself. I want you guys to be honest and really do a gut check about where you're at and what you can improve upon, because we can all improve in so many areas, but this is really one that's going to up the ante on your business, okay? So first, when did you become a leader? Do you feel like you're a leader yet? Maybe you're sitting here and you're like, well, my husband, I helped him get to diamond. I helped my sister get to diamond. They're kind of slacking a little bit. Like maybe you don't feel like you're a leader yet. I know for me, it happened fairly quick and not really by choice. I was kind of forced into it because you get to a point where you get to diamond, you help your husband get to diamond, and then you go, oh, well, if I want to like move forward at all, I better help some people have success. I better help some people figure this out. So that was about probably like 2 months into my business. I got to that point. And that's when I went, okay, I'm not gonna like make this crazy complicated. I'm just going to do what I'm doing and have my people do it with me. And honestly, you guys, if you follow any of my trainings on YouTube, any of my posts, anything at all, I am like simple. I am simple, I am basic, I don't do anything fancy, and it's working. You guys, it works. Just be basic, just be simple. So, I want you guys to realize there's two aspects of leadership. First, you have to champion yourself. You have to be your own boss. You have to be your best accountability partner. You have to set goals, like Ashley was talking about, and hold yourself accountable to those things, to the actions it's going to take to get there. And that's the beautiful part about this, you guys, is that it is a growth journey. Coaching is nothing more than a life growth journey. We get to work on all aspects of our lives, and we get to invite people to join us. And it is awesome. So, I want you guys to ask yourself, how is your belief in this business? Where is it at? On a scale of 1 to 10, do you truly believe that this opportunity can change anyone's life? Do you believe that it can change your life? Because I can promise you that until you have that just gut-wrenching belief that no matter who you touch, no matter who you talk to, it can transform their life in every way, you're gonna have some hesitations, and you're gonna have some pullback, and you're gonna experience these things that are hard to overcome, those limiting beliefs, and those things that people can hear in your conversations as you're talking to them. But I promise that that is contagious also. So when you develop that belief for yourself, your coaches are going to pick up on that, and they are going to trust you, and they are going to, just like a little kid who's in church, their testimony is based on their parents for a long time until they believe it themselves. That's how our coaches are. For a lot of the time, if they see us with that 100% belief and confidence in what we have and what we do in our mission, they're going to believe earlier on, and they're going to have that much more success. Leaders have to be persistent, and they have to be determined. You guys, it is not easy to do this. It is not easy to put yourself out there. It is not easy to build a business around leading a healthy life, because there's a reason that we have an immense amount of, overweight and all of these unhealthy things. It's hard. It's a lot easier to not be healthy. It's easier to sell other stuff. We can name a million of them. But you guys, we're selling our lifestyle, and that starts with us. So leading, and that leadership mindset, and all of those things that we need to do starts with you. And then it just takes the basics. It doesn't take overcomplicating stuff. It doesn't take creating all these fancy systems. It takes staying in phase one and continuing to show up and continuing to be consistent with those things. And you're setting the bar. Have you guys ever read the book or listened to Grit? Anyone? Good. There's some hands. I was listening to this a couple weeks ago, and I love it. I love it. I feel like this is the one thing, like when you meet someone who has this grit, you're like, it doesn't matter what you do in life, you're gonna rock it. And if you can develop this characteristic, I can promise you that you'll have success. So she talks in here in the book about this equation. And first she talks about the fact that 80% of success in life is showing up. And how true is that? How easy is it to not do the simple things? The simple things that don't take that much time, but yet they're easy not to do. If you can master yourself, and if you can master the basics, you're going to be that much further ahead. So show up when you feel like it, and especially show up when you don't feel like it, because that's what's going to set you apart from the other 400,000 coaches in the network, okay? So let's go to this equation. It's all about effort, it's all about doing, it's all about action. So she says talent times effort equals skill. Skill times effort equals achievement. So what does this mean for you? In Beachbody, to me, when I was like making sense of this in my brain, talent would be like a girl that has a six-pack. So you can post your six-pack, yeah, that's sweet, it gets people pumped up, but if you don't do anything after the fact, if you don't have any follow-up, if you don't have any action, that's not going to lead to a skill. And then skill, that can be like social media. You can learn how to rock social media, you can learn how to post, you can learn how to share your story, but if you then don't do the follow-ups and don't do the action and don't do the effort after the fact, you're not going to have achievement and success. So she says, skill is not the same thing as achievement. Without effort, your talent is nothing more than your unmet potential. Without effort, your skill is nothing more than what you could have done, but you didn't. With effort, talent becomes skill, and at the very same time, effort makes skill productive. So as leaders, we have to do. We have to put in the effort. We have to show up. We have to be consistent. We have to have that mindset that we are in this. We have this grit about what we do, and that fuels from the passion and the mission and our vision and all of those things that Ashley's going to talk about tomorrow. You have to develop this grit for this business, okay? I love this. She shares a quote from Will Smith, and I'm sure you've heard it. Someone asked him, like, how did you make it? What set you apart from all the other actors in the business and all this stuff? And he says, I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill. I will not be outworked. If you get on a treadmill with me, either you will get off first or I'm gonna die. And I'm like, yes. I love that. Because how powerful is that? When you have that mindset, I always tell my coaches, flip the switch. Flip the switch and commit to something, whether that's Success Club, whether that's hitting your next rank goal, whether that's whatever it is. You get to a point where you have this grit and you're like, whatever it takes, I'm going to go talk to my grandma's neighbor's uncle to see if he wants a challenge pack. Like, you just get to that point where you're willing to put in the work and to show up. And that is what a gritty leader does. And guess what? If you guys develop that, your coaches will pick up on it, because it happens within our team. Ashley picked up on it. She is one heck of a gritty leader, okay? Now we're gonna switch gears a little bit. So that was all about you. That was all internal. Now we're gonna talk about our team, okay? So, as a leader, you have to be selfless. This is something that sometimes isn't that natural. I know that for me, when I started, it was about me, me, me. And I was like, how do I get challenge packs? And how do I get success club points? And then soon, I realized, with some personal development and reading The Go-Giver and reading books that helped me see, oh my gosh, life is so much better if I focus on other people. Okay? So how can you better help your coaches reach their goals? What can you do as their leader that will help them achieve what they want? Not what you want, what they want. How can you better serve them? Write down a few things that come to mind. And, oh yeah, Sandy wanted me to tell you, I forgot about this, Sandy, sorry. You guys have notes in your workbook. Make sure you're using them, okay? Got you, Sandy. Okay. Next is be a river, not a reservoir. That, like I was talking about earlier, when I was first signed up, it was all about like, I was willing, I knew I was willing to put in the work. I knew I was willing to learn and do all this stuff and figure it out. And I hit diamond in like 37 days and was advancing. But then it was that shift that I had where I was like, this isn't about me. It's not about what I can learn. It's not about all of this information that I can take in. It's not about all these people that I can get successful points from. It's about how I can help my challengers have success, how I can help my coaches hit Success Club, how I can help my coaches hit their goals. And that is so much more fulfilling, you guys. Like, so much more. And I'm sure you guys have experienced that. And if you haven't, read The Go-Giver, because it'll change everything for you, I promise. Your coaches will do what you do, not what you say. It's so much easier to tell them to show up, to tell them to do your power hour, to tell them to hit Success Club. But are you setting that bar? Because I can promise you that if you aren't championing, that word, championing yourself, then they aren't going to. And if you want them to hit Success Club 10, then you better be hitting Success Club 20, because they're looking at you and they're going, gosh, if Shelly's only hitting Success Club 10, there's no way I can do that. So if you ever want to develop a 7, 8, 9 leader, you better up the ante on your leadership and on your action and on your commitment to your business, okay? Be the coach that you want in your downline. I heard this from Granny Botts. It must have been like a month into coaching. And because I said it in my first video that Mindy Wender ever had me made about, I think it was how I went diamond in 37 days. That was what it's titled. And this is one of my tips. Be the coach you want in your downline. And to me, that was like, duh, that makes perfect sense. So have you sat down and said, what do I want my coaches to do? How do I want them to act? What do I want them focusing on? What characteristics do I want them to develop? And are you doing those things? Are you developing those things? Are you acting the way that you want your coaches to act and doing those things? It's pretty simple. Duplicate the right behaviors. This is all about the same stuff. And build the integrity of this business. Your coaches are always watching. How are you treating this business? How are you interacting with others? Are you doing it with integrity? I promise you are leading by example, and they are watching everything you do, okay? Understand that new energy is essential. Do not get stuck in the mindset where you're protecting, you're defending your 2-star, or you're defending your whatever for that quarterly bonus, and you're balancing the 12 active coaches and all these things. Don't get stuck there. Understand that the people that got you here are likely not the people that are going to get you to 5-star and to 10-star. People People are gonna drop off. They're gonna quit. They're gonna cancel. They're gonna go sell wine. They're gonna whatever. You gotta be ready for that. And you gotta keep bringing in new people, okay? And that's a blessing. Why would you hold this in anyways? So stay in the trenches and keep implementing the things that you're teaching. Keep doing the 4 vital behaviors. Keep doing the vital process. So basic, you guys, so basic. Keep things simple and easy to duplicate. As leaders, I think sometimes, I know with my own coaches, sometimes they think, oh my heavens, now I'm a diamond, now I need to branch off into my own team calls and create new trainings, and I'm like, no, you don't. We got a training, it's legit, plug it in, do a team call, and you're good. Keep rocking it out. Don't overcomplicate it, okay? Create a healthy balance between push and love as you're mentoring your coaches. This is something that I had to learn along the way. Oh my heavens, I have had to grow so much as a leader. Some people are very natural, I guess, but it's definitely things that you can learn. You can develop these things. You learn and you fail forward. But there is this balance, okay? So people need to be pushed. They need to be mentored and pushed outside their comfort zone. They need to have someone that believes in them and that says, I know you said you set your diamond goal date for December of 2020. I think you could probably do it by the summer. Like, sometimes they just don't understand that this is what's possible for them, and they're fully capable of doing this. And you don't need to feel like you're pushing your coaches when you're just helping them see what is possible for them, okay? But then there's also this balance of love. So maybe you're working with someone who doesn't have great, big business goals. Maybe they just want to do it for the discount. Maybe they just want to be a hobby coach. Love them. That's great. Help them rock the heck out of the discount. Get results. Love Shakeology. Give them new recipes. Pour into them, just like you'd pour into your coaches that are producing volume and that are doing these things for your business. If a coach is struggling, love them. Love them through it, because they are people, okay? So you need to push your coaches, but you need to love your coaches. And when you love your coaches, they accept the push a little better, okay? Because they know it's coming from a place of love and that you're doing it with good intentions. Not because you want to hit something, but because you believe that they can hit something. And if their goals don't align with yours, if you want to hit 5-star, yet you only have 2 business builders, don't go find 3 discount coaches and tell them to get to diamond. Go find more people, okay? See and treat people as they will become. People will rise up when they feel loved and valued. This is one of the best things that we get to do as coaches. I know that this business transforms lives. I know that coaches can start at one place and end up in another along the journey. And when you believe in them before they believe in themselves, that's powerful. And that's what gets them believing in themselves. So we get to be that blessing in someone's life where you see where they can go before they even can fathom that for themselves. I want you guys, as we're wrapping this up, I want you guys to think for a sec. Make a little list. How can you better serve your team? What can you do that's going to help them reach the goals that they've set? Maybe it's tweaking your challenge groups a little bit so they're more engaged. Maybe it's having a team call that you're not having right now. Whatever it is, think about it for you personally and write some stuff down. Create your game plan, and I'm challenging you guys to actually put them into play when you get home, or even after we leave, okay? A couple of books that have absolutely made a difference for me. I'm going to add a few of these too. 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I could listen to that one 49 times and still grow every single time. And then Grit, like I was talking about. A couple other ones, The Go-Giver, It's Not About You is the third one. That one's really great. And Relentless.
Yes.
is an awesome one, but it does drop the F-bomb, so don't listen to it while your kids are around. I did that. But you guys, I can promise you that this business will change your life in every single way. Invest in the process, make it your lifestyle. Like Ashley was saying, it's not, I want to be a good mom, but I also want to be a good coach. It's not one or the other. They're both. When you're a good coach, and when you're doing these things, and when you're being intentional, and when you're owning your life, you'll be a better mother. You'll be a better father. You'll be a better coworker. They intertwine. Let them. Okay? I'm super pumped to talk to you guys tomorrow, and hopefully we get to hang out tonight at the little welcome thing. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.